Today, I will be creating a phylogenetic tree. It's important to note that my tree is not based on genetic relation. Instead, my tree relates OTUs to one another by their physical characteristics. The OTUs that I have chosen, otherwise known as operational taxonomic units, are anime characters, and they will be differentiated by their hair types and color. Here we can see that I've created a rooted tree. We know this is a rooted tree because there is an outgroup which helps infer the order of divergence for the other OTUs. An outgroup is an OTU that is known to have diverged earlier than all other OTUs. The outgroup roots the tree such that all other OTUs share a common ancestor. The red dots that I've added indicate internal nodes. Internal nodes represent the common ancestors that existed before cladogenesis. Cladogenesis is the splitting of one lineage into two, which causes branches to evolve separately from one another, creating OTUs. Cladogenesis is different from anagenesis, which is the evolution of lineage over time. Unlike cladogenesis, there is no divergence of branches in anagenesis. Based on the internal nodes, we can determine the most recent common ancestor, which I have indicated with a green dot. This is the most recent common ancestor because it has the shortest branches in relation to its most closely related OTUs. These short branches mean that it wasn't too long ago that this common ancestor went through cladogenesis and split into two. Now I will explain my classifications based on hair type and color. As you can see, there is only one OTU that does not have hair, which is why it's the outgroup. All other OTUs have hair, so they derive from a common ancestor that had hair. From the OTUs that evolved from a common ancestor with hair, the next divergence split into having multicolored hair versus single-colored hair. From single-colored hair, the next divergence split into having blonde hair or not having blonde hair. From the OTUs that did not have blonde hair, they diverged into two groups, one that had white hair and one that had black hair.